Hey, what's up? This is Dark Detective coming at you. Hey, buddy, how you doing? All right, so here we are in Dragon Age Inquisition. Please ignore my armor; it's old and kind of ugly. Anyway, I loaded up a really old save. So anyway, here we are in the hinterlands. Pretty sure you're familiar with this place. You see my buddy Iron Bull there. I don't think you've met him yet. He'll come up around later. Anyway, as we run around, I don't know if you knew this. If you click in the left stick, you'll get a little circle thing that shoots out, and that searches for things. That'll point out loot and flowers, and minerals, and all kinds of stuff that you can find. So I like to hit it a lot as I run around. It points stuff out. Like check that out. I hit it, it highlighted it. So that's some iron, and you use iron in crafting and filling requisitions and all that stuff. You never want to sell iron or flowers. You always want to keep that stuff. So anyway, again, that's Iron Bull, and he's wearing his clown pants today. So we're going to go to Haven. So you want to hit start and go to your quest map. Obviously, you're familiar with that map. I've got a few quests open. Go find some shards and this and that. Clear some caves in Australian. But the biggest thing is up there in the top left where it says World Map. You want to hit Y on that because that's going to take you out to your world map where you can actually see more of the world, I guess. And you'll get to see different areas. So like you can see, we've got the hinterlands there. I got a couple other areas unlocked. So we got like the Storm Coast and and Val Royale and Forbidden Oasis. But anyway, those things will come down the road. But the biggest thing is you want to go to Haven because Haven is your home base. It's your it's where all the magic happens, I guess, as far as just getting things done. So we'll go there. We've got some nice little loading screens here. Um, the loading screens are kind of long. I've actually edited a couple of them out of this video, so it's gonna load a lot faster than what you're used to. So now we're in Haven. This is outside the main gate, and as you look around, there's some snow. You'll see some soldiers training and this and that. But we're gonna head inside. As you run around, you'll see people standing around. You can go inside the building. Sometimes there's stuff in there to read and check out. Right over here, this is one place where you can buy and sell stuff. You don't have to talk to the guy if you don't want to. Just look at the table and hit the button. It brings up the buying and the selling thing. Using the left and right bumpers, the shoulder buttons, you can cycle through the different things from armor, accessories and upgrades, and crafting materials, valuables, and all that stuff. You can look through stuff and see what they got. And sometimes you'll see neat stuff. Sometimes you won't. If you hit X, it'll show you some of the stats on it, on what you do. If you hit X again, it shows you what you're looking at compared to what you already have equipped. And so that helps to kind of compare things and that kind of thing. So that way that you're getting the best buy for your buck, basically. And then using the left and right trigger, you can select between buy and sell. So if you want to make some money, you just select sell and then go through stuff and, decide what you want to get rid of and all that. So anyway, another thing about Haven is all of your companions, all the people that you meet, they're all hanging out somewhere in here. They all got designated places. Like there's Barrick. He's in your party. He's got Bianca. He just kind of hangs out there, and you can talk to him. It's really important to talk to everybody as much as possible, all the time, and especially in between story missions and stuff, because they all have something interesting to say. It's like, here's Solus. Let's check out a little conversation with Solus. See what he has to say.
Hello.
You can choose to investigate and ask him questions.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
All right. What can I tell you?
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers. The best of the battlefield.
Now, the biggest thing of when you're talking to these people is not only do you get to know them, but the things that you say to them, it will influence their friendship levels, which is important. There's an achievement for that, for getting friends. It'll unlock story missions, side quests. It opens up the relationship dialogues, because there's a quest for completing a romantic relationship, for example. So it's really important that you take the time to talk to them. This is the big thing that BioWare does. They did it with Mass Effect also. Big thing, really big thing to talk to your people. I can't stress how important that is. Then when we go in here, we've got the chemical upgrades, potions and stuff. You see, you got potions, tonics, and grenades. I apologize if I'm going through this too fast. You can look at the stuff there that they got. These are the different schematics that you have for them. So like healing potions, you can look at that. It shows you what you need over there in the red. It says I need 29 elf fruit, but I only have 28. The same thing with the Dawn Lotus. I don't have enough. So as you collect those things out in the wild, you come back and then you use those ingredients to upgrade your potions. So it's pretty straightforward, really, the more that you play with it. Now, like that one, it says that I need 18 elf fruit, but I have 28. I need 1 royal elf fruit, but I have 3. So I have plenty to make that. So if I hit the A button, it will actually research that. And now my regeneration potion has better healing on it. So stuff like that's kind of cool. And you can do it for tonics and grenades. And there's a grenade that Scarlet really likes. It's called the Jar of Bees. There it is. When you throw it at people, it literally releases a jar of bees and wasps, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of fun to watch the bad guys trying to get around that. So anyway, we're going to get out of there. We're going to go look at the war table. Well, I can talk to this guy.
And in one piece.
You don't have to talk to them. You can. Again, it opens up things here and there.
Farewell.
I already got that chest at one point, but a lot of these houses have chests in them, books to read. These are all things that increase your XP and they increase your influence and stuff. It helps you to level up and things like that. It's all really important that you explore as much as possible. We're going to go over here to the war table. This is the biggest part of the game, I think. It's inside this building. This is where you go in and you summon your war council, your advisors. You got Liliana, Josephine, and Cullen, and Cassandra sometimes. And they're going to sit in there and they're going to help you out. This is where you unlock new zones. This is where you do side quests, a lot of them. And the thing is you send your advisors out on side quests that you don't personally have to do. Now, here, it shows that I have an Inquisition perk. If you look down at the bottom of the screen, it says Inquisition Perks 1. And I can choose from that list. Forces, secrets, connections, and so forth. This is really cool because it unlocks stuff. It helps you out at different points in the game. They each do different things. So as you look through here, like Advanced Focus, if I acquired that and used my Inquisition perk, it would make that little yellow ring that goes out much bigger, and it'll cover a bigger area. Here you got Mage schematics and Rogue schematics, Warrior schematics. These are things that will unlock better schematics that you can get at shops to help you to build better armor and better weapons and all that stuff to make you more of a better fighter. And the same thing with secrets and connections. And these are all things that help you out throughout the game. I'm going to go ahead and select Warrior schematics here. So as I go to shops and stuff, I'll have better options for that. So now here's the war table. You got Orlais and you have Ferelden. It doesn't really matter which side you pick. They both do the same thing, and you can go back and forth between them. But all these little black things that pop up, like the red heart, and there's the University of Orlais, is another one of those over there. These are all your side quests. Sometimes characters, your companions will give them to you. That one said Red Jenny on it. That's one from a girl named Sarah. This is one I've already completed. Let's see here. Okay, so the University of Orlais. If you click on that, you can read through it, see what it has to say. But the important thing is it says how much time it requires. That's in the yellow. It says 57 minutes. Now, it changes depending on which of your advisors you choose. So for Cullen, it's 48 minutes. Josephine is 45 minutes. And then Liliana was whatever the original one was. So I always go with the one that takes the least amount of time. Liliana takes almost an hour. So I'm going to put Josephine on that. You just hit the A button.
Let us begin.
And that's 45 minutes of real time, whether you're playing the game or whether the console is off. And she'll just take care of that on her own. And when it's all done, you'll get a little exclamation point above the black thing. When you click on it, it tells you the result of the investigation and what you earned. So for this one that I've done before, it shows that my reward is some influence. That helps me to level up. That helps my squad to level up. All that. Sometimes you can get thrones, and you can get gold, you can get weapons, horses, all kinds of cool stuff. But it's really important that you check this often, very often, and go through them. Now, the story missions are the bigger black pieces, and the main story missions that advance the game are the ones that have the green kind of a rift hanging above it. You can see over there on the left side. Now, those require PowerPoints to open. We talked about PowerPoints a little bit the other day. Now, that says that it takes one PowerPoint to open it. See how it says that underneath of it? It costs one PowerPoint. Some of these are more expensive. Some of them will cost, up to 40 PowerPoints and what have you, but this one's only one. Down in the bottom right where that cursor is at, it says Power 71. So I have a lot of PowerPoints right now. That one only takes one to unlock it. Different zones, different zones as they pop up to go and travel to. They take different amounts of PowerPoints. But, it's good when you get a new place to open it up. One of the first ones that you'll get is Battle Royale. You'll get the Storm Coast. And it's good to just spend your PowerPoints and get those places opened up, because those open up new quests. They open up new areas, and it helps you to level up the more you explore the world. So, for example, there, my reward for doing that one earlier, I got a figurine of Armored Andraste. That's considered a valuable, and I can take that to a shop and sell it. It's really important to visit the war table very often and do those things. So now here we are outside the war room. I've exited out. I cut out the loading screen. And again, you can talk to people. If you go over here, there's Josephine. You can talk to her. She's kind of the politician of the group. This is your creature research table. It's good to go over here and visit it. You press A and it'll remove things, like it says right there that something was removed from my inventory. Creature research items help your influence to level up, gives you XP. These are all things that is important as you go along, because when you eventually meet the bad guy of the game, you really want to be leveled up. You can come out here and you can talk to people. There's Liliana.
I'm listening.
You can ask her questions and updates and what she thinks about your people and how you're doing.
Leave you to your work.
So I'm going to leave her alone for now. But this part's really important. We're going to head outside. We're going to go find Cullen. And I'm going to show you something that's kind of important here. Yeah, there's Barrick again. This is important when you're talking to people. Sometimes you got to be careful how you talk to them. And this is why. We're going to run to Cullen here.
Was there something you needed?
See, I can directly ask him if he's with anyone. And when you ask him that, the little heart thing shows up in the center. Now, if I select that, that's going to make Cullen think that I'm interested in him. And that could set off the romantic subplot for Cullen. Now, I really don't want to do that. I don't think you probably do either. But anytime you see the heart show up, it means you're going to flirt with the character that you're talking to, and then you can see how they respond to that. I I usually talk like that with
That's all for now.
Josephine, and it got me my achievement. I got the achievement for basically having a girlfriend in the game. And it's kind of fun to have a companion that you can talk to, and you get to occasionally, you know, go dancing and stuff like that. So it's just kind of fun. Over here is the stables, and you can look at the different horses you got. Right now, I don't have anything unlocked, but there's all kinds of horses in the game that you can get. And a lot of them come through the war table just by researching things and completing a lot of that stuff. Over here is kind of the blacksmith. You can modify your weapons and stuff. It's important that if you're going to modify a weapon, you have to unequip it first before you can modify it. You can modify weapons, you can modify your armor. Same thing with the armor, you need to unequip it first. Here you can craft stuff from scratch using your schematics. You can craft armor. It's also got another thing over here where you can sell stuff if you want. So you can open that and use the right trigger, go to sell, and you can sell all your stuff. The values really don't change a whole lot from vendor to vendor, but it's just another avenue to sell some things if you're starting to get a little full. So I'm going to sell some of these valuables because I don't need them for anything.